talking about the Titans here. The Titans.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's good. It is good. It is Bedlam at the bank.
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today. Let's take it to the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on into the Phillies postgame show presented by Nick's Pizza. I'm here with Billy to break down a fantastic win for the Phillies. Billy,
First off, I'd like to say I called that Harper home run. Let's get that out of the way. I texted the group chat and said that Harper's going to hit a homer, and what did he do? He hit a homer. But a great win tonight. Overall, great win tonight. I really loved, first of all, I loved Sanchez. What a great outing from him. He is the Sanchez that we know that he's going to be. And I do believe that Sanchez is going to be the guy moving forward and into the season more, that he's going to be the guy that he is. Yeah.
Well, I mean, let's first talk about the Vegas connection. Bryson Stott and Bryce Harper. You mentioned that you called that Bryce Harper home.
Yeah, I sure did.
Forget about Bryson Stott. He's
Stott
been on fire this last couple of games.
And I have his jersey, baby blue, and it's like I was so hesitant to buy it, and I'm like, maybe now it's like I wasn't really hesitant because like he's doing now. Odds are, I'm not saying that every player is bad right now. I mean, they're not, but there are guys that are better than others, and there are guys that are, doing the job and whatnot. So that's one that you kind of question. You're like, is he going to do good or is he going to do, so I think that, definitely think Stott's going to come along, and yeah.
Good stuff. How about Bryce Harper though? Last night he talked about in the post game. Well, listen, he's not sold with a 271 batting average and an OPS near 900. Now, if he's not sold with that, dude, imagine what he could do in the next couple of months.
Yeah, Bryce Harper. Let me just say this now. I mean, we could say this honestly about the whole team. The whole team is now figuring out what they need to do. And Bryce Harper, and we're talking about him. Bryce Harper is a guy that, you know what? He was MVP last year, and I think that he is now getting into Bryce Harper is getting into it now, and I think that Bryce is going to be the Bryce that we know that he can be later on in the season. I don't deny that Bryce will have bad outings and whatnot, so I do think Bryce is going to be the guy moving forward, and he'll be the guy that, gets it done.
Now, I mean, Donnie Baseball, dude's a stud. Or, is it something else?
Now, see, I mentioned this on, I forget what it was, maybe last week or whenever it was. But I said that Don Mattingly was the answer. Listen, I think we can now all agree now that right now, in this current Phillies moment, I think the Phillies are kind of like shaking off and are actually kind of glad that Rob is gone. Now, that does not mean that Rob won't get a job, quote unquote, maybe as an assistant with the Phillies. Not saying that that'll be, But I do think Don is the answer. I think that Don is the answer. Um, I think that Don, we have seen now time and time again. So tonight, 9-1, got the job done. Yesterday, 1-0 bowl game. Okay, couldn't ask for anything better. So I think what we're seeing, Jesse, and we're seeing this, and everybody else that's in the group chat can see it too. We're seeing, I think, this team amping up to be okay. And I did say this a couple weeks ago. May, June, July, we're going to be the months, or let's just say May and June for now, are going to be the months that they start heating up and getting where they need to be, because we know this team has heart. We know this team has pride. They can go out and play one hell of a ball game, right? And that's exactly what they need to do. Now, let me ask you: do you think, since we're now winning games, right? We're winning 7 of 8, Jesse. Do you think that is it all done, or do you think there's a little more to do with it, or is it just you think it's? And that's just on a personal opinion on if you think it's done, or is it just, go ahead.
Well, I think Don has a lot to do with it.
Yes,
I think
yes.
I think that the pedigree that he has,
Right.
playing all those years with the Yankees, being the
Mhm.
manager of the Dodgers, being the manager of the Marlins, being
Right.
a bench coach for a team that made the World Series,
Yep.
with the Blue Jays has a lot to do with it, but it has to do with this lineup. We've been talking about how they haven't been able to get it done in October for
Right.
ever. Right, and they
Right.
had.
Right.
But at the same time, you have a guy that won MVP. You have a guy that consistently hits 300 in Trey Turner.
Right. Right.
You have Kyle Schwarber that hits 50 home runs a year. They can still, even as they get older in age, they can still turn on the Jets when they need to. We see it in the summer every year. Now, they just need to turn on those Jets in the summer and then keep them going. Maybe you slump a little bit in the summer, but as long as you get into October and that's where you turn it on, that is all that matters.
Let me
go ahead.
Let me just add on, Jesse. I love what you're saying. I think we'll know, first of all, we'll know by July. We'll know after the All-Star, right? So the All-Star is the Phillies. We'll know after the All-Star break how the Phillies are actually going to do. And I do like, and I agree with you that once October rolls around, now I know that we all can agree, right, that some Octobers haven't been the best for the Phillies, right? We all can agree on that and say that the bats went cold in the postseason, but they went good in the regular season. Maybe, and now I'm not jinxing them now in October. Maybe since Don is the interim coach, maybe in October maybe they get things rolling with in the postseason and maybe go a little far. I don't want to say it now because we're early still, as people say, but after the All-Star and they keep rolling in and they listen, at this point, I wouldn't even worry about a playoff spot. I'd worry about at least getting into the wild card. Because you're a shot of, now, needless to say, do we have a shot for the division? It's early, but yes, but right now we're fighting at least to be a wild card. And I think that this team, and listen, hard off to this team, they're a passionate team, right? This team is great. The lineup's been great. I wouldn't even change much to the lineup. I know we've been talking about, should they change the lineup, but we're not. I'm going to say no. I don't think that the lineup needs to be changed at all. Yes, you can move like Crawford or Marsh or move those guys a little bit, but that's minor stuff. But as far as like the main order now, I wouldn't change it because I think that they're finding the way now to do it. But I also want to pose a question to you, Jesse. Do you think, and I'll answer when you're done, do you think that we still need a bat at the deadline? Do we still go after any guy? And I know that Friday mentioned a relief pitcher. Yeah, because Walker left, it might help, but let's just talk first with any bat at the deadline. Do we still go after somebody, no matter who the guy is at this rate? Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Sorry about that.
Now you're good, man.
I had one
So, go ahead.
Yeah, no.
You start over.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
yeah. So, yeah. So, I've been thinking about that, and I got a name for you, Billy. I have Phillies legend Mickey Moniak. He's got a 333 batting average right now.
Yeah.
He's got 11 home runs.
How about that?
And he's got an OPS over 1,000.
Now, let me ask you this. What position does he play for? If you don't mind me asking.
Outfield.
Now, see, I would like that. And that's a bat at now. Who does he now? Is he a free agent or is he just plays for somebody?
Oh, well, I'm sure because of how young he is. I mean,
I'm gonna look now. You said Mickey. I'm on my laptop now. You said Mickey Moniak.
Yeah, Mickey Moniak.
Right now, he is a outfielder for the Rockies as of now. So they don't.
Yeah, look up his contract details. Now I'll stall for just a second.
But go ahead, good contract.
Yeah,
he signed a 1 year, $4 million with the Rockies.
Okay.
So avoiding aberration. So he signed a 1 year with the Rockies through 2027. Aberration.
Okay. I mean,
anything's possible, right? Anything's possible. I'm just gonna look this up because I want to. I just want to see if there's any free agents out there. A name that maybe would pop into my mind that I think, because I do listen, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I still think that there is somebody that we're gonna get at the deadline. Whether it's somebody that we get or whoever, I see Justin Turner now. See, Justin Turner's a guy on the list. Let me see who else. Nobody else at first base. Second base, you got Jose Iglesias, whatever his name is.
Jose Iglesias.
Iglesias. And then there's third base, you got John Burton. See, a lot of these guys are like left field. You got Winker, 32, and nobody else there.
Okay.
Margaret and one end. Okay, so there's right fielders. You got see, we still Max Kepler is potentially still free agent. Now, see,
do not hit me with Matt.
See, you don't like him, don't you? You don't like him,
my
don't
God.
you?
If the Phillies bring back Max Kepler, I'll
now listen. And then there's Hunter Renfroe, 34, and then there's Jason Hayward as well. So really, there's nobody else at the deadline. I know that there's not many guys out there. Personally, if it was me right now, I'm looking at the list. If it was me right now, I mean, what's the deal with Manuel Margaret? Let me read up on him. Let me get the name. Manuel Margaret. He's 31. He's a center fielder. I just want to see a little info about him so I know. Just want to see what he's about and whatnot. So Manuel Margaret, he's a center fielder. 316 batting average. 3 RBIs, 6 hits. He played for the Padres, Rays, the Twins, and the Tigers. Now, see, I wouldn't mind him because, as you can see, the batting average is high, right? So maybe him, if he's out there, he's a center fielder. Maybe, but again, I don't know what Don has set up. But, I mean, this guy would be relevant, I think, just now. I know there's not many guys out there, right? We all, there's not many people out there, but just I would go for, and let's take this in the next level. I would go for the next, as they say it, best player available, BPA. The next best player available, I take, give him a shot to see what he is. Throw a dart if he's not, but we'll see what he is. Throw a dart and maybe see, maybe he sparks the lineup. I don't know. I know Friday mentioned relief pitchers. There are a lot of them out there still. There's David Robert. Oh, he retired. There's Wilson. There's uh, Ryan. He retired. T.J. McFarland. Uh, Jake Cousins. Let me see who else. Luke Jackson. Chris Stratton. Not many really guys I know. Yeah, so a lot of these guys are old, but I mean, I do think Friday, and I do think that maybe a relief pitcher, but I think we got enough for now. I'd say because we just got Duran back, Walker, so maybe that bullpen will shake things up a bit. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, Friday does have kind of a
Friday
point,
does have a point.
because
He does.
You've got the lefty. If I were to go reliever, I would go lefty because so far Jose Alvarado has not panned out. Tanner Banks has kind of fallen back to earth a little bit. So it's not the worst idea in the world.
So we got Sanchez, Noah, Luzardo, Wheeler, Painter. Those are your 5 starting. Bullpen you got. So we got a bunch. We got Duran, Kirkring. Don't know why we kept him. Alvarado, we got back from the Ped or whatever last year. Brad Keller, Banks, Pop, Richards, and Mazza. Now, I'm not saying now. See, obviously there are a few here that I think are and Pop is and Mazza and Richards and the rest are decent pitchers. But if we're talking like now, see, I don't know much about Pop. I saw Mazza pitch the one bullpen game they had. I mean, throw a dart at the last 3. Richards, Mazza, Pop, throw a dart at the last 3. But everybody else, I'd say, are keeps because they get the job done. But I do agree with Friday that I think maybe a relief pitcher, maybe. But the problem is you'd have to give up maybe a relief. Maybe just get rid of Pop or Richards or whatnot because I don't know what they'll do. But I do think with maybe it'll change the pitching. I don't know for the bullpen. I don't know. But definitely I do see it back at the deadline. I do think whether it's him or whoever, I mean, throw a dart at it, really. Anybody that's available, I would go and grab. See what he is all about. Try him out. See what he is. And then maybe he'll spark the lineup up. But if not, now, I'm saying this, if they don't get it back at the deadline, and they're like, okay, as Dombrowski states, we're content. If he thinks at the deadline, okay, we're content with where we are, meaning that they don't go for a bullpen, they don't go for a bat, and they think, okay, we got enough to really seal the deal. Let's just say, hypothetically, now, this might change because they might say, okay, I want to go get a bat at the deadline. But if they say, okay, we seal the deal, we think we're content, okay, it was worth a shot. But if they decide, okay, we're going to get a bat at the deadline, throw a dart and then next best available because you got to get somebody.
Well, I this isn't entirely related, but we're talking about the Phillies' kind of path to the playoffs.
Right.
So I'll hit you with this. This is my hot take. This is Jesse's temperature check, if you will.
Yes, absolutely.
More on that little bit in coming soon. We'll say.
Yes.
But I was thinking about this, and I'm wondering what you think. The Phillies, every time they've come in as a wild card team, it seems like they have a little bit more fire to them than when they've won the division. So I'll hit you with this. Would you rather this team go guns a-blazing, win the division by 1 million games, and then, get these top teams to start off like the Dodgers and stuff like that? Or do you go in 2022-esque and come in there as the third wild card team, or even the first, starting off a series at home against a bottom feed, not bottom feeder, but lesser opponent, that kind of eases your way into things. You don't really have a ton of rest going into the next series, but you play potentially a lower seeded team. So by then, you maybe beat them, and then by that time, going into the league championship series, there's a higher possibility of a team like the Dodgers getting eliminated.
So this is a great question, and I'm glad you asked this. And I'm going to be as open and honest I am as a fan. Now, I know we still got a lot of ball left to be played, right? So I'm answering your first question. I know we got a lot of ball left to be played, and do I think that the Marlins and the Braves are going to fumble, and the Nationals are going to fumble here and there? Yeah, you're not going to win every game. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to win 162 games. Not going to happen. But if we're talking hypothetical, if the Phillies now, this is meaning that the Miami will lose a lot of their games. The Atlanta will lose a lot of their games. And this means that the Phillies keep on winning and they keep losing. I think if they make a run for it and we somehow get hot late July, August, we make some kind of a run, meaning we're on like a winning streak and we don't stop, then yes, I think we win the division. Now to answer your second question, if right now we're 7 of 8 right now, I know that Miami and Atlanta are going to probably keep on winning games. Needless to say, so the Braves are 25-11, Nationals are 16-20, tied with the Nationals, and so we're tied with the Nationals and Marlins. If by chance we keep on winning and somehow we end up maybe 85, 88, 90, and we somehow have a couple more losses on the year, then I think we slide into the first wild card, and we do play whoever. Let's just say, it's too early to tell, but whoever we play, X team, or whatever X team we play at home, play them at home. Obviously, what you're saying is true. We want to get a lot of rest, and then we move on to the next series. Now, needless to say, this is if other teams get knocked out, whatever. Hopefully the Dodgers, but I'm not second guessing myself. If like the Dodgers or somebody else gets knocked out, I think we'll have a shot to maybe have the NLCS at home. This is to say that a lot of the teams get knocked out in their games, and we beat whoever we beat. We'll have a shot for maybe to play if we have the right seed. Again, it's too early to tell, but if we have the right seed, we could potentially host the NLCS and win, and move on to the World Series. But again, it's too early to think that right now. I know we're in the early stages of the game. Right now, we're 9 games back from first place. If we somehow go on a little run in maybe mid-July, beginning of July, after the All-Star, we go on a hot streak in July, August. We go on a little hot streak. Then I think if we keep winning majority of our games, if we have 95 to 97 wins, I say division on top. Again, we repeat division champs. If not, I'm going to go the benefit of the doubt. 91 wins, and they're a wild card team, and we host whoever first round in the playoffs home, and we play and not have a lot of rest and whatnot, and then have to verse whoever it is we verse. But that's a great question because, and you look at it this way too. It's like, what do the fans want? Do the fans want to win the division? I mean that's a tough question. Do you as fans or the Phillies as a team, do they want to go and win the division? I mean, obviously Don Mattingly would want nothing more for them to go back-to-back and win division. But again, you have to worry about the Braves and the Nationals right now. I mean, not so much the Nationals, but the Braves right now. The Braves are playing hot ball. But you look at the Phillies, right? And you're like, okay, well, do I want this team to do good and win division? Or do I think they'll win less games and go to the wild card? I don't know what the Phillies are thinking. But I can probably say that they probably want what's best for the team, and they probably want to do whatever they feel is right by probably winning games and keep winning. So we got Colorado we have two more with the A's. We got Colorado at home, and then we go to Boston and then Pittsburgh. If we take at least, I'd like to maybe sweep the A's if we can. Not saying we're going to. Sweep the A's, sweep the Rockies. And then Boston, I think they're in last, if I stand corrected. Yeah, they're in last. I'm not worried about them. We sweep Boston. Not worried about them. And we got Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is fourth. I'm not worried about them either. But if we take at least part of those games in May, I'll have a little more hope. But I have him now. But I'll have a little more oomph, a little more jump to say, okay, this team is going to make a run for it and maybe have a shot at the division. But that has to be if the Braves keep on losing. Well, I think that can very well happen if the Braves fumble the bag, and we still got more games to play with the Braves. If in fact they fumble the bag. Well, I mean, now, Jesse, let me ask you this: so, what's your take on it? Would you as a fan rather see them win the division and say maybe 95, 97 wins, or would you rather see them 91 benefit of the doubt, wild card, play in the first round, have no rest, and go on to maybe play whoever gets knocked out or whatnot or so forth?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a tough question. It is.
Yeah, well, I mean, honestly, this might piss off the Philly brass or whatever, but I'd rather be a wild card team. I would.
Yeah. See,
I'd rather get.
I'm leaning more towards that. A wild card.
I'd rather be the 1 seed of the wild card.
Yep.
Win a series there, and just get some momentum going.
Right.
You could do that.
Just think about it.
You beat a team like, I don't know, the Braves. Remember 2022?
Yep.
That's exactly what happened. You know? And
you know what?
I mean,
I'm gonna
the
be
Braves
yeah.
might not finish, they might not finish behind us, so that might be a walking scenario. That might be a walking scenario, but
I actually agree with you, Jesse. I am actually, and I'm gonna agree with you. I would rather them right this current day now. So May 5th, I'd rather see them potentially. And I was talking to a buddy of mine at work, and he thinks they're a wild card team. I would have to agree right now. Right now, just keep winning games and go for a wild card. If they somehow, as I mentioned earlier, if they somehow go on a run and we're like, keep having a winning streak and we keep winning games, maybe, I'm not jumping the gun, maybe have a shot for the division. But their goal right now, and I think their goal right now as a team right now, is to keep winning games at home and away. But again, and my grandfather told me this, your inter-division games are going to matter more. Your outer-division games are not going to matter as much, but they still matter even though you win. So, like the Braves, the Nationals, whatever, those games matter because they're in your own division. Your outer-division games, like the Pirates and the Dodgers, it's nice to win against those games, but if you lose, it's okay because they're out of your division. Your inter-division games is what's going to matter. And I think the Braves I think we still got games with the Braves to play. But I just want to see them keep it on winning. I want them to maybe have a little run, maybe go for a streak, maybe, and we'll see what happens. But right now, in this present day time, I do not think they're a playoff, or excuse me, I do not think that they're a division team at this moment. A wild card at best, yes. I think right now, and as all Phillies fans in the 302 Birds chat would agree, I think they'd want to see a wild card because right now they're on a roller coaster, if you will. They got rid of Rob. They got rid of him. Don Mattingly's been doing great, but can he keep it up? I think he can. I really think he can, and I think if they keep winning, maybe we'll see a contract extension from Don. We'd love to see it.
We'll see about that for sure. But just want to thank everybody for watching this edition.
Yes,
of Philly.
Great night, guys. Let's finish the series out with a win. Listen, guys, A's are the #1 team in the league, and by beating them and really sweeping them, that would be huge for Phillies to sweep them and go into Colorado with a good mindset of maybe sweeping them too, because Colorado is dead last again as we know it. So we sweep them too. Listen, imagine this. I'm not going to jinx it, but imagine we sweep out the A's and the Rockies at home, and we go on the road to Boston, travel off Monday on the road to Boston. That would be insane. We win all those games, but I don't want to jinx it now. God bless and go Phils, guys.
Absolutely. Billy said it best. God bless. Go Phils.
The Vikings.
Swing and a drive, left field. It's going, and it is gone! It is Bedlam at the bank!
The Philadelphia Phillies are 2008 World Champions of Baseball.
Podcast right here. You already know. Go fucking subscribe.
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Phillies postgame show with KJ McCoy, Ballpark Tommy, Dalt, and Fratty. Proudly powered by TickPick. Check out the link in the bio for $10 off your first order today.